and it's Saturday. It is not Sunday, so don't freak out. I'm just doing a quick pop-up. Uh, I had to see if we could fix the air pump. I did some maintenance on the air pump today. I work on a Diamond Pacific Genie, and but yeah, I had to. Well, I guess I could show you, couldn't I? I had to do a quick maintenance job on that, and it was much dirtier than I had expected. I think it's good, but we need to make sure it's good today so that when I do my regular live tomorrow, hi there, welcome in. So when I do my regular live tomorrow, it doesn't go kaput. But you never know. And then Freckle Cat's taking a nap, so I thought I'd sneak out. Hey, Jeremy. Jeremy, I have to say thank you so much for that gift that you sent. Hey, Austin, how are you? And yeah, it's a nice little piece of the Broken Arrow, or as we know it, Caramel Mountain Veracite. It's a nice little chunk, so we might actually try and do that tomorrow. And yeah, happy Saturday to you too, Austin. I'm glad you came in. I didn't know if anybody would be out there today. I really, like I said, so I did it's a couple of things. I did a maintenance job on the air pump, on the Genie yesterday. It was pretty awful looking. Let's see if I can find a picture. We're gonna go green screen just for a second here. Let me see if I can get how bad it was. Because it was pretty bad. And I think so. I did a little video on it as well. And somewhere in here, sorry for the green. Wow, did I take that many photos since yesterday? That can't be right. Can't be right. No, it's not in here, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I'll show it tomorrow. I did have two little lizards looking at me yesterday. Where are they? Good. Oh, hello. Welcome to the southeast. All right. So, yeah, Saturday. And the other thing was Kenwood, who we see in chat sometimes, had asked me about how I backed stones. So I started a little video that I'll upload probably later this week. And these are kind of the results of it. And they're just 3 different types. I got some pre-shapes that I got in from Dave. So this one's sort of backwards to what we're normally used to. It's got all that light brown in there, which is it's basically sand. But it's got all the turquoise mixed between it. And I thought we'd cut that. I have this piece, which I just ran outside in the rain and trimmed up. Doop. And this one I did with Gorilla Glue. So a 2-part epoxy Gorilla Glue. And what I did find was both, why are we not focusing today? So I don't know if it still is. It's a little bit better today, so it's been 48 hours, but you see how it's still a little rubbery? I was hoping that it would crisp up a little bit. It'll still be good. It's a really thin layer of glue between those two. And then I just trimmed off those little pieces of red. And then these, you can kind of tell the difference. So same material here. You can kind of tell the difference. So this is the 6-minute, which is actually supposedly a 5 or 6 hour cure. It's JB Weld. And then this is the regular JB Weld, which is an overnighter. And to be honest, I like this one. I wish they would do it a little bit darker, rather than just the steel, but a full-on black. But this is nice and hard and crispy. And if you see how it scratches. So that's not rubberized, whereas this one, which is the 6-minute, 6-minute, even after 2 days, is a little rubbery. Not too bad. A little rubbery. And I'm going for crispness. But we're going to cut those up. Then tomorrow, I've been going over some of my shapes as of late. And love it. Okay with it, but it needs fixing. See? Boink. Got what I wanted from it, but it's not really my favorite shape, and I need to redo that. This one I could get away with, but again, I don't know if I'm just picking on myself, or I need to clean it up. I don't find like it's the shapes are clean enough for me, and maybe it's because we're rushing and I'm showing you different techniques that I'm using. This one was so that I could get, see how it pinpoints up the top there? So I could put some bezel wire straight around the edge and get that double-sided like that. So yeah, I'm being a little picky on my shapes, like the Tiffany. So we did the Tiffany and the Murado, and I'm not a calibrator. I mean, doing calibrated shapes, and it's still got some scratches in the top there. So really not that good of a job. Nice to see when we first do it, but got a lot of work to be done, and I think I'm going to do a lot of the work tomorrow. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all having a great Saturday. I am on a day early. It's a sort of a bit of a pop-up. This shape, as awkward as it may be, I actually like it a lot. And that was another Gorilla Glue. And yeah, if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up, that really helps and pushes out. And then if somebody wouldn't mind, just for a few minutes or a second or two, pressing those things down in that bottom right corner. Yeah, that's a Roxo stagging. But yeah, if you just hit those, it might bring more people in. You can only do the thumbs up once. If you haven't subscribed, I'm about to hit 3,200, which in my brain is a good milestone. I see quite a lot of people get stuck on like that 3,100. And then the other reason we're out here today is to test the machine. I was going to do a full maintenance on the pump. I ended up just doing a full clean out on the pump. This is the leftover Murado. Actually, that's Campitos. We are going to be cutting some really nice Campitos that I got in tomorrow. So I will be on live tomorrow at 2 p.m. and that's Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, it's just a rainy day out. Everybody's inside taking naps. So I thought I'd do my equivalent of taking a nap and come on out here. But yeah, the pump was awful. I've been using, hey North Star, I've been using 10-30 weight oil in the pump, and it looked like some dark sort of gray to black lube that you use on the sort of wheels of an airplane. So it was pretty bad, but we're going to get into some of these. Going to see how they hold together. I'm wondering if the quick weld is going to hold up, or if it's just going to peel off the back. So yeah, JB Weld and Gorilla Glue. Wait, we got north and east. Hey Steve, how you doing? And then yes, Jeremy, thanks again for giving me that gift from the show last week's sale, I guess it was, or the sale before that. It's very kind of you, thank you. And we'll probably cut that tomorrow. So that's at least 2 things we're cutting tomorrow. We got some Campitos to do tomorrow. I've got the giveaway that Jeremy Bishop won that he was so kind to let go my way. And then we're going to go through some of these and clean these up properly. So, all right, let's see how well this does. This is a true test. Yeah, I mean, so I actually bought a big slice of one of the clams, Jeremy. So it's about, like, you can't see my hands, but it's about this big. So, and it's so nice, the slice that I got. I'm wondering if I just polish it and leave it the way it is and display it that way, because it is a super nice material. And yeah, let's get going on this. Here we go. We've got plenty of water in here. Let me get my Coke going here. So I'm up to, I think, 3,190 maybe subscribers. I'm looking to hit the 200 mark, and then we'll be doing a reward giveaway, whatever you want to call it, at 3,500. Yeah, Jeremy, I think there were maybe 2 or maybe 3 slices. I think it was the first material that actually sent out for stabilization, and to me it really didn't change the structure of it, but it didn't change the color of anything, because I had some other pieces to compare it to. So let's get moving here. I'm going to work on this, which I got from Dave. Don't remember what it was. I'm going to go back and look at it, but we're going to clean it up and get it moved over to the third wheel at least today. Yeah, I could have said I can start some of the quartz. I hope it's coming in. We'll see. But that was very kind of you, Austin. I'm looking forward to seeing whether it slices well, because it looked pretty cloudy, only because it had been tumbled. I think it came from PK up in Philadelphia. So, all right, let's get a move on with this. So it's working. That's like the 4th time I've turned it on, and it's still working, which is a great sign. Now we just have to see if it works for a fair period of time before I know that I did a good job. Okay, let's just bring this in. Oh, I gotta get gloves on. And of course my hands are wet already. You're gonna watch that turquoise move around for a second. Alright, let's see if we can get these gloves on. And I think, Austin, Freckle Cat might be working on something. It went on good. Awesome. So maybe they're just more difficult to get on when my hands are wet and wrinkled. Ah, that went on easy. Awesome. I think, I don't know. She's not here to tell me today, so I can get away with saying things. Let's see what we got going. Okay. That looks good. I appreciate that, Austin. It's great, man. I love everybody. You have no idea. I was a pretty lovable dude in the first place, and I know a lot of people get a lot of hate on these platforms, but I can't tell you how kind this community is, and all the love that we get back from everybody. It's really quite amazing. Oh, that's the other thing I got. I got some YouTube swag came in today, but maybe we'll show it tomorrow. I haven't opened it yet. I might have to do some modeling. So I haven't really talked about, I've had myself on my, I did talk about it a little bit, but I've been on my original pre-marriage diet, and basically it consists of a few sweets throughout the day and a couple of snacks, and then half of a sub. The subs we get from around here are from public supermarket. Maybe I should talk about them more and put those in my shop. And right now, I've been doing it, I guess, since about May. So half a sub with the veggies on, very little mayo, a little bit of mustard, no oil and vinegar, and I eat a half of one of those a day. Hey Jed. Well, thank you, Jed. I appreciate you popping in. It's a pop-up, and I'm really just trying to see how well I did on my pump maintenance that I did yesterday. So far the pump maintenance is good. I've turned it on and off maybe 5 or 6 times now, and that includes the ones from last night that I did. I haven't had to go down the end and unscrew it and move the belt around to get it going, so that's a good sign. And then you should have seen the oil that was in there, Jez. it was caked up pretty good, which is okay. It means I was taking care of it. So I actually think this may be the Super Fox. So let me do finish my diet. So I do half a sub a day. I have lost at least 10 pounds in the last 3 months. So no big changes in my exercise, which I should still do more. But just in changing my diet, I've lost a good 10 pounds. So yeah, the more I look at this, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, I'm pretty sure this is the Super Fox. Fox or Super Fox. This is the regular JB Weld. It's holding up really well. And, you know, if you're going to go cheap for a cheap backing, definitely what I would recommend. Then we'll try what Dave does too. We'll do another one, maybe in a month or two, and yeah, maybe I'll do different backings. I gotta do DEFCON, maybe Dave's backing, and I'll figure another one out too. Alright, I'm gonna move over. Boop. Yeah, this is pretty. I don't have the bags out here to tell you how much it spent, but it wasn't a lot because they were just pre-shapes. I'm going to bring down the girdle a little more, hopefully without screwing it up. It's got some good height to it. Sort of see how it's a little bit flat there. I'm just putting an extra 45 on it, on that edge, trying to get it a bit higher on the dome. North Star. So there should be a way. Yes, absolutely, North Star. And that's literally what I was eating before I got married. I've been doing public subs for since the 90s. I used to be on the road doing a sales job back in the 90s. And they just started their substations in the public supermarkets. And for me, they're better than Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's. What else do we have around here? Okay. So now you can see I brought it down. It's still got a little bit of a facet on there, right? But I brought that girdle down. Still pretty much the same height all the way around. Probably bring it down a little bit more here. And we're going to move on to the next wheel. I don't want to take too much up here. So North Star, I think he got that quartz from, was it PJ's sale up in Philadelphia? And I think you could probably contact them and they would have more of it. Did they really, Jed? I don't remember that. I don't. I remember we used to go to a sub place in Delaware when I was really young. And it could have been Subway for all I know. But it was all different back then. The breads were different. It was all a little different. I think my dad used to be friends with I think he was the founder of Dunkin' Donuts. And I think it started in Delaware. I might be wrong. Maybe that's just a family story. Okay, I'm going to get this right. This is wrong right now. I think this is natural too. I am not getting any indication that this is not natural. I made that top a little bit rounder. Do the same here. So this one is definitely a pendant stone, not a definitely a pendant stone, not a ring stone. It's natural, it doesn't need to get banged around. I've still got facets right there. I might have to. This is natural, definitely. So I got a soft spot. This matrix is soft and a little bit gritty. and as I get it more wet, it's starting to break down a little bit. So I'm wondering if I need to CA glue that maybe. But I'm going to leave this one where it's at before I screw it up. I gotta watch for the undercut. See how it's trying to undercut there? Alright, gonna leave that one for right now. Gorgeous stuff though. Where's the place we used to go for breakfast? Is it Jolly Rogers? Jolly Rogers, I think. So Woolworths was English. That was in the States, and then still over in Australia, still over in Europe. Cunningham's, what are they? They used to have the Morrisons around here. All showing out. We're all dating ourselves. Welcome in, everybody. I am doing a pop-up. We are testing to see how well I did on the pump for this machine. The air pump's up that way, and it's air that actually goes through this little geyser and spits it up to the wheels, and that's just to save my life from silica or silicosis. Let me get that cleaned up. Sorry, I normally warn you guys when I do that. And so I've done a little video on 2 different JB welds and actually some Gorilla 2-part epoxy, and just testing them out. And we're going to go in, we're going to test. This is the lighter one is the regular JB weld, and then this is the quick JB weld. I'm pretty sure I know what's going to happen. So let's do, no, we'll just do this one first. So that's all epoxy coming on there, and it cuts really well. That sounds funny to be cutting epoxy and saying it cuts well, but it's brittle. It's nice and solid. Bring it into the edge there. My mask as well. I'm going to do a double mask here. There we go. Alright, double mask up. Don't need to be sucking this into my lungs, so. Yeah, that pump's working much better than it has been. I don't want to jinx it either, but it's been working really well. Nickel and dime. Now, there used to be another diner that they used to have in hotels. I don't know if it was the Jolly Roger. What was it? It was something else. I remember going around, traveling around as a kid. So there were 4 of us, and we'd get one giant king-size bed, and the 4 of us would sleep sideways on it. Hi, everybody. And then we'd always get in trouble because they had the vending machines somewhere down the hallway, just like they do today, but they were the pull-out vending machine. And hey, Rosebud, welcome in. Thank you so much for making it. Everybody say hi to Rosebud. She's been following for a little while now, and she put some really nice comments in the shorts that I do. So I think I see, I'm not going to keep it pointed. I think I'm going to roll like that on the top. We're going to roll around that corner, and then I'm going to roll around that corner. Ojo's, yes. No, there used to be Howard Johnson. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we used to go, so they'd have the pull-out vending machine with the gum in it, and then also the little soda bottles. They used to have the glass soda bottles. And we'd try and get our hands up underneath there, and you could get a hold of a bottle maybe if you were lucky and pull on it. My poor parents. Top and hopefully make it into a nice rounded top. How'd I do? Not bad. Stop a little this side. The corners are pretty good. Bring that weld in all the way to the side. See how that JB weld is still got to come off before I hit the stone. Hey Jed, thanks for popping in. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. I don't know if there's sales today. I'm trying to stay inside and not spend any money this weekend. I think a bunch of us spent too much the last weekend. Alright. Better get off of this wheel. Wow, some of this is just my fingerprints. In fact, let's take some of that off. So I'm going to bring a little bit of an edge to it. Just take that top corner down. It's not very thick, so it's not going to get a huge dome. I'm just going to do that all the way around. You can see my back, and the back doesn't look quite perfect. I need to bring either round that off a little bit more or sharpen it up on the other side. I don't know if you can tell, but I sharpened it up a little bit on here. It looks pretty good. that'll be a fun trip. We actually were looking at trying to do a trip around the same time, North Star. I don't know where we're going, but Tennessee-ish, Kentucky-ish, Blue Ridge Mountains kind of area. Freckle Cat would like to go up and see the seasonal change of the leaves. Not that we're staying there that long, but got a little bit of mountain girl in her. It needs a little reviving, I think. I'm just going around the corners and blending it into where I took that 45-degree angle off the top edge. So, did my 45 over here, right there. Now I'm just blending in that up there. That is actually JB Weld right there, so don't be concerned with that. I've got an angle going right here. It should be a bit better. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's good. Now we're going to take off some of this, but we're going to do it on the next one. So you are definitely going to be closer to the mountains then. So the trip we took to Atlanta was a sort of a test to see, one, how well the vehicle did, and also how well our bodies did with the driving. And we did okay. Now we're ready to go a little bit further. Okay, so that's kind of, I don't know, we might do a big old loop, North Star. We might go see some friends actually in South Carolina and North Carolina, and then across all the way to the mountains. Freckle has some good branding. I guess they're just in, well, they're in North Carolina, but on the coast. And then we might drive all the way in. And we have family in Charlotte. And then we might go up into the mountains and then come all the way back through. Doing the pull out very lightly because I really don't want to take off the edges. And so the pull out is going from the middle of the dome and just rolling it out to the flat edge here. And I actually get a little bit lighter on the pressure as I get to that edge. That's because I know this isn't going to be a high dome, but this will at least roll it out. It's a tiny bit of a dome, really tiny, but really nice. Tammy, how are you? That looks pretty good. JB Weld worked out fantastic. Still need to be sharper right here, so I'm going to change it while I'm here. I see stuff right away that maybe you guys don't see, and just shakes it up a little bit nicer. without really taking any more of the material off. Beautiful colors on this one. So I put this one on the regular JB Weld and this one on this one is the quick 6-minute. Yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's not easy, Ryan. Whatever technique we're trying to use, it's not easy. Because you start trying to pull around that edge and you end up rolling too far down your girdle. Which some people like that. Some people like to roll that edge all the way to the sharp point right here. I'm just doing it because I know if I'm silversmithing and I tried to just put a bezel wire over the edge, I'd end up pinching it all the way along it. So I just think this would be easier for me if I was setting silver, which we are going to be setting silver soon. But yeah, more pressure in the middle, and as I pull it out, I loosen up on the pressure as I roll it out. And I also do that because you don't want to get into these corners, because if you put too much pressure on these corners, being that there's less material, it'll just disappear on you really quickly. The corners are the last thing that I blend into the shape. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the regular JB Weld. And then let's try the quick JB Weld. So I won't be surprised if this peels off the back. And maybe it's because I'm putting it to stone. Yeah, and then, Brian, we should be, or at least I should be, sharpening it or putting pencil across it. And, yeah. Hey, Harold. So, being that I know this is a little more rubbery, I am not going to put the wheel on the JB Weld right away, because I feel like it'll pull it away from the stone. So I'm actually going to go this way and bring that all the way in with it rolling on top of it, so into the stone. And I was in the Discord the other day. I haven't put in for one of the local Discord competitions as of late. I did see this month with Candy. That's been going around my head for the last few days, but I'm sure probably in the next 3 or 4 days it's going to close. So maybe if something catches my eye inside, I'll do a quick cab. I've been meaning to do more entries on it. I just, beyond my regular job and then doing the platform stuff, whether it's the lives or not, I'm also doing the continuing with my YouTube boot camp and YPP Creators Collective. So I'm trying to do what I can. There's a lot. I did get, well, I don't think I'm going. I'm not even sure if I'm going to put in for it. I did get an invite to go to a premiere, and this is through this platform, a premiere of By All Means with Mark Wahlberg in it. I'm wondering if I should just take off of work and go. I mean, that's pretty cool to be invited to that. Alright. So right now this is holding up pretty well. I'm changing my direction on that back end, but we'll see if it holds. It's doing well so far though. Yeah, it's, I don't know if you heard me at the beginning of today. That's exactly what I talked about too. So let me show you this real quick. It's actually it's working really well. It hasn't caught anywhere. It's not flopping off anywhere. And this one is actually surprising me a little bit. So what I did talk about a little earlier. Well, let me do this one and then I'll talk about it again. So when we talked about it Thursday, Harold, I was sort of in my brain anyway, I was thinking about, what will I make better money off of? Is it going to be 2 stones or 1 large stone? Which one are more likely to be picked up by a customer to reuse? Like in their own artwork. Is it going to be a big gigantic one or a smaller one or 2 smaller ones? Alright, so put this in. Looking good. Going to take this top corner down like we did the last one. Also been contemplating about how I'm going to go about selling the stones. And if anybody's ever interested, I don't know if I have it. Where is it? I don't have my mod here today, but that is my email. You're always welcome to email me here. If you have any questions or anything like that, it's Sir.rocksalot@outlook.com. So I've been selling them, a little bit here and there. Getting more confident about prices because everything has to be taken into account into that final price. And I think at some point I'm going to have to do like a local, I should say it, but a local pop-up here where we have all the youngsters and creative crafters that we have locally, and there's a lot of them locally. And might just go out and see how they sell out of the Riker displays. Problem is, none of us have any money. Lots of things going around the head. Depends what kind of ladies, Harold. But yes, I agree with you. And I do, and I watch a lot of resellers And I watch it, one, for the education. The second reason I watch is so that the way my brain works, if I see something and then I see it again out in the wild, I might not know exactly what it is, but it will hit sort of this little bubble in my brain that goes, you need to get that, even if you don't remember what it was. Yeah, and that's why I got the gloves on. I was tearing my nails up. I don't really like, no, I like to go bare hand. So here again, Ryan, I'm just going from the middle and rolling it out. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm just doing it to the edge. And then by the time I come down to the girdle, I actually should be off the wheel. Here we have a bit of a curvature, so I've got to move the stone across. And then I'm going to move off of the metal because it takes off too much. So still need to clean that up there. You guys probably don't even know. I notice stuff like that pretty easily. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. It's actually looking pretty nice. I've seen both, Ryan. Like watch Dave doing this one right here on the edge. I can't do it because I don't get it even. He does like mini strokes around the edge of the sort of the top of the dome and the girdle. And if I do that, I don't get even strokes on it. I sort of like to do a longer, smoother pull on it, which is where we got the pull-out award from, which presently it is Stephen Pollock that has the pull-out award. I used to get trigger finger as a kid. It's really how I used to put way too much pressure when I was writing, especially when I was in the middle of math. Now I will do these corners on this soft wheel sometimes. You have to be really careful though, because I can take that tip off, that toe, heel, whatever you want to call it. And I just really like it just touching it. Same thing as the pull out, but I start rotating the stuff really softly. And hopefully I don't come off the end of the girdle there. So this is an optical illusion down here. I mean, it's there, but the girdle's the same. So let's do the same down here. Really softly. Round and round and roll. And I got a pokey in here. Look at you. Where'd you come from? Ooh. Got lots of little dots. Little wormholes. Makes me wonder something right there. Okay. It's odd to have in a stone like this, unless it was some sort of, not block necessarily, but some sort of gratiated conglomerate of some kind. So almost got that one out. I'm really only worried about the edge, not so much about the top. Alright, so even though I've been using this stone up backing on the back, which means that wheel's pulling it this way, that backing stayed on there really well, especially for what was a pretty dry stone with the matrix that this has. It's very sandy and pretty dry. Thank you for the gems. So one, I lost the other one already. I'm gonna do it. So two different JB welds. Happy with both, but I definitely would go with the original. Let's try this. North Star, thank you for the bones. Scott Cameron in the house. Yeah, we were looking at that actually, Scott, so it's funny. It's sort of backwards for what we normally get. Normally we get the turquoise and we get little spots of matrix or minerals that are intertwined in it. Toby's been spoiled today already, North Star. Toby went, thank you, Scott. And but we looked at this one a lot, and we're like, it actually looks pretty cool. And then you got I like them both. You could almost put them in something just like that. Just go ahead and do it. Alright. Yeah, Toby's been spoiled. Toby went to the groomer this morning, and he came back all fluffy and handsome. And it's funny, Purple Cat was saying he actually runs to the counter because he's excited to be there. And the groomers are like, no other dog does that. They don't come in here all happy and run to the groomer. Like, yeah. So he's happy to be groomed. Especially gets a treat at the end. And he's a very stylish little guy, so. So now they're both in taking naps from their spa day. Here we go. So this is the one. It was Kenwood that asked me. We get Kenwood in the chat sometimes. He might pop in a little bit. And he was asking me specifically how I put one stone to another stone. Sometimes I do it with the JB Weld, but if it's two flat stones, I like to use an epoxy or a glue of some kind. This just happens to be the two-part Gorilla Glue epoxy. So, little rubbery, and we'll see how it holds together. Well, normally Freckle Cat does the grooming, but every now and then he gets his spa day out. That's some hard stuff, that red stuff. What? Thank you all for those gifts, Scott, North Star. Who else did we have? There we go. North Star. So yeah, North Star, Scott, thank you so much. And Jed's always, Jed's very kind and sends me little shout outs through PayPal. Alright. Almost brought it all the way in. I'm going to start cutting into the edge of the turquoise, then we'll know what shape we're going to do, and then I will roll it over. Well, one of North Star's dogs is about the equivalent of 6 or 7, no, maybe even more, maybe 8 of our dogs. It's only about 2 of my cats, but 8 of the dogs. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Yeah, what am I? So, can anybody give me a subscriber count? I'm trying to get to 200 by the end of next week. So 3,200. And then there's going to be some more YouTube changes come the 24th, which is what, Tuesday? 22, 23? I don't know, maybe Monday. I know the feeling. This one is kind of screaming at me, right? Well, it does kind of look like the blue Grinch. You guys see that? Like the blue Grinch right there. I don't know. Is the blue Grinch nice? I don't know. Yeah, you see shapes, Ryan? I start seeing things. It's talking of Dusty got his stone that we did, well, it's probably a month ago now, the Skyfire. It had the Shroud of Turin on one side, and then when I was getting it ready to ship, Kat and I saw that it had the Mother Mary if you turned it up the other way. It's a really very, very cool stone. I'm really glad Dusty got it. He will definitely have it set, and it's good stuff. It's good. It's good and different at the same time. It's natural, so you got to be really careful with it. It's pretty not soft, but it's it's turquoise hardness, and when When you're talking the natural turquoise, you're talking about a 4 maybe on the Mohs scale. So for him, he'll probably turn that into a bolo that he can turn both ways. Alright, I'm just bringing in this edge to where we can roll it too. Hopefully without it being too straight of an edge. I still got that grinch. And I still got this down here, so I gotta take that off. I have to have enough turquoise to work with, so it is getting smaller. I'm still not quite there, still got that edge there. Getting into a fatter pear, it's more like a big fat pear. North Star, we were going to talk about shapes. Let's get this one done and we'll have a little chat about shapes. Alright. Now we're looking better. Still a little funky here. I think we can roll it out pretty much. And if you look at the back, you got a pointy right there. It's just pointy. There's no other way to explain it. It's just pointy. Alright, and it starts to chip, so I gotta be careful. Let's move over. Yeah, it was, it's really good when it works out. And it's all personal preference. I have one piece left, I think, that I'm sort of saving onto for a rainy day. Right now I'm just taking off this pointy bottom edge that we have, the right angled edge, because it was starting to chip, so I just went around and took the sharpness off. See right there? That'll stop it from chipping out. Let's see my shape. That's got to come in. Yeah. That's got to come in just a little. And I have to remember, or I have to point out, I am working with two different hardnesses here, which doesn't make it the easiest either. And you can see just a little bit where it rose at the bottom. So it's not bad at all. Now we're going to take off this corner. That little divot right there is not good. Not good. That little divot's going to make me go around the whole stone. just to remove it. So I have to have enough height underneath it that I can roll it out. It's not quite there yet. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. That's good to hear, North Star. I got it from my jeweler's little rock cave. He has a little rock cave in his jewelry store. I think he's had the same stuff in there for like 30 years. But this is all mixed in. Slabs of this is all mixed in with some goldstone that he has. I think. Man, I gotta bring it in. That sucks. So, yeah, like if I do a commission, I always go in there and just pull a slab to play with. He just lets me have it. I think he's retiring soon. If anybody has like 200,000, you can get a jewelry store, the contents that he owns. You also get all the equipment that he has in there. You get the business name. Yeah, that would. I don't know. I have a blue piece somewhere. I don't know where it is, North Star. I've looked for it. I only have the brown right now. I like the blue. But he's going to be retiring soon. You get all the consignments that he has already. I've thought about it, but I don't know if I need to get into a whole new business at this point in my life. Alright, now, I still might have to bring it in some more, but at least I got that. Alright, so we'll roll it and we'll see what I have left. Okay, gotta be careful. Turquoise is much softer. Go around that corner. So who here would take up a work to go to a movie premiere that's 6 hours away? And then drive back. It's the new Mark Wahlberg movie, by all means. I'm thinking about it. Can I just sneak off in the middle of the night? Alright. This one I have to be really careful with when I'm trying to dome this one. Looking good. Looking good. Looking really good. Yeah, but this is like a free invite from YouTube. Like, I'd have to get all dressed up. Walk the red carpet and everything. Walk the red carpet and take my Half Republic sub with me. Oh, I'm going barely touching this right now. I might have to wait until I get on the 600 for this. think she's got school. Well, she should take off of school. We just did the Atlanta trip, so I don't know. Just I won't ever have an opportunity like it again, I don't think. And really, it's just an invitation to be invited, which is how I got to the last one. Yeah, I am waiting for the next wheel on this. This turquoise is much softer than the Jasper on the bottom, and I'm going to be really careful. I already brought it down a little too far. Yeah, I brought it down a little too far in a couple of places. I'm going to even those out. Uh-oh, I've been caught. Hi, Toby. You want to show off how pretty you look? You do. Okay. So that's that one. Let's get a picture of that one. Toby wanted to say hi. Dashing little pooch that he is. Oop. Let's do that. Look how handsome he is.
Love the groomer.
You love the groomer, huh?
Love me.
Hey, Fern, Leroy. Parenti, is it? Yeah. He is cutie. You got a bow tie on? Yeah, got a bow tie on. Hi. He's a handsome little guy. Yeah, he's really cute. But he knows he's cute, you know what I mean? He gets away with everything. But he's still really good. He gets away with everything, but he's really good. So, alright, we were going to talk about shapes. Oops. Just for a second here. See if I can do this without dropping all these. This one we were talking about in the road night. Big, nice big piece, but I think I'm going to be better off doing a triangle and then whatever shape that wants to be. Oh, this would help. Have I had this off this whole time? So yeah, I think I definitely have to do a twofer on this one, and yeah, I think that would look better. I just dropped something. This one just is a funky shape. That's the Tiffany. It's okay, funky. I could clean it up, oval it out. This one I'm actually happy with. It just needs cleaning up. It needs to be an oval. It's double-sided, but it needs to be an oval. I actually had a few people inquiring about this one. They'd like to make a ring out of it. Uh-oh, somebody got zapped. This one needs to be cleaning up, and there's no reason for me not to. Like, the stencil's right here. It's at arm's length at all times, so I'm going to do that for this one. I'm going to calibrate this out to a nice oval. And but then there's other things that are different that I actually like. So the Sir.rocksalot gone. Sir.rocksalot gone. actually is pretty nice. Definitely different shape, but it actually goes well with the pattern that's in it. So, snake skin is okay, large. Did I get 2 out of that one? Possibly, easily, right down the middle. Right, so we could get 2 out of that if I wanted. One there and one sort of like that. So definitely rethinking shapes in my head. This one, now, Ryan, now that you've said it, but it really was the stone and not me. I'm happy with this. And what's funny, they both ended up being the ones backed with the red jasper at different times too. So that's funny. That's today's one. I like this turquoise a little bit better than the Tyrone. So, you know. So when I start thinking about shapes, and I don't even have the stones in my hand, and I'm thinking about shapes, then it's definitely something I need to work on. Let's see if we can save this piece of number 8. I backed it, it got a bit thin, and a little piece. Let's go back in. Let's do here actually. But welcome in everybody on this Saturday. Not my usual live day. We are going to go live again tomorrow. So I'll probably be on for about another 40 minutes or so. I just wanted to get these out of the way. And I wanted to add them to a video that I'm going to put out about backing the strengths and weaknesses. So really it's just sort of a quick review of what works well for me and what doesn't. So even up the top here, that angle's incorrect at the top. It should be facing angled down towards my index finger, and it's not. And tomorrow we'll be doing some, I think some Campitos rough that I have. I forgot what else we talked about. Campitos, I might throw an opal in. We might just do an opal tomorrow too. So I was mentioning about Monday, I think the 24th, I think it is. There is a change to how views are being counted on YouTube. Now, if somebody flicks through your video or your short or whatever it happens to be for like a millisecond, it'll be counted as a view, but it won't be counted as an engagement view. The engagement views are going to remain the same, and those are the ones that add up to make your hourly viewership. And I don't know if they've had me on a beta this last year. I really don't. Maybe they did. Because it's this time last year that my channel started increasing in viewership. And I'm interested to see how these new counts are going to work for me. Or if they even change anything. I don't really think they'd change too much. Except for that sort of initial gratification or instant gratification for the person that's uploaded it. Alright, so squeezing that down on in. Almost done. Gonna bring that in some more. And then one of these days we're going to have a marathon, maybe next, I don't know. Maybe next weekend, maybe the weekend after. I'm going to have to do a marathon finishing of stones, because I've got a multitude of stones that need to be finished up on these last 3 wheels, and I need to get them onto the polishing station so that I can get them finished up. Alright, now we're looking good. All the way around, looking pretty good. That angle's still not quite right. Right there. Yeah, it's a pretty little piece. Yeah, that's for the other one that starts in February, Ryan, of 27. Starts end of January, beginning of February. So that's for the like 10 million or 20 million views on short, or 8,000 hours. So since this time last year, I've done, I don't know what it is, 15 or 16,000. So something like that. And I was hoping by the end of this week to have, by the end of this month, to have 3 million views overall. I don't know, it really doesn't matter. We'd still be doing the same stuff we're doing. It makes no difference to how we sell our stones. It really doesn't. Yeah, I like this little piece. This was actually a Mojave Dave piece that came out of the eggshell number 8. It's not really an eggshell. This one isn't. Pretty piece though. It's fun when you find little extra pieces in your bag that you weren't expecting. It got dropped in there by somebody sorting it, or you know. But yeah, that's a pretty ring stone actually. It's got those tans and little bits of yellow in there. So it's a pretty stone. Alright, what's next? So this is another one that Dave started. I don't know if these are all the same. It's a little bit different. So this is just some of the pieces I picked up from Dave that he started and not finished from one of the sales. He didn't specifically just save them for me. Ooh, dusty. Let's get some extra water in there. I do have a double mask on, but even then, it just took that to save my life. So let's bring this in. Again, this is just regular JB Weld. So the back was a little bit sandy on this one. That's why I backed it. It's actually pretty thick. I don't know if we'll keep the Dave shape or we'll try something else. I know what I'm doing actually. Let's see. I might change this up a little bit. Let's bring all that JB Weld in, the backing in to the edge where it disappears. It's just starting to disappear off the bottom there. Do the same up here. This is pretty much the shape that it came into me like. So I think we are taking that off. I think I know. I forget the name of the shape. So let's bring that down. That's going to come down to about there. All that's going to disappear. All that stone that I just took off. Blasphemy. Almost. Oh well. Juanita, welcome in. Marco, welcome in. We turn around it, or do we straighten that side? So do we round this side, here, and here, or do we bring that in and straighten it up? Two different ways. And I think I like the rounder, but I don't know if it's going to work. Let's try it. Well, that's cool, Juanita. Thank you so much. Welcome in. I do lives, not usually on a Saturday. So usually I go live on Sundays at 2 p.m. and Thursdays at 6 p.m. And I just did a pop-up today because I just put a little video together. I haven't uploaded it yet, where I was just doing a quick non-pro comparison of JB Weld and a Gorilla. Not a Gorilla, but Gorilla Glue. But yeah, everybody say hi to Juanita in the chat. And we have a wonderful group that comes in, Juanita, so you're quite welcome to chime in anytime. Or just watch. That's fantastic too. I appreciate that. Thank you. This is kind of what we did earlier, Juanita. I don't know if you can. That's what we've been working on. And that's sort of the general gist of it, from live to live. Do a lot of turquoise, some varicites, occasionally throw in an agate or a jasper or a petrified wood. Been doing some really nice varicite. That's some gorgeous varicite right there. And all I did was back it with some rough sandstone on the back there. A little bit different. But the varicite itself is gorgeous. Alright, how are we doing on shape? We're doing pretty good. I'm going to try and bring that down a little bit. This is not an easy one, this one. I'm trying to balance out that edge and still keep that little roundness that's there. Isn't the easiest thing to do. Make sure I got my girdle. Let's take that edge down a little. like a sausage roll. I don't think we've ever said that on the channel before, roll it over like a sausage roll. Now we got to roll over these ends. A little bit too much. Well, we got more on this side than we do on this as far as my angle. You see that right there? So I can't do less, I got to do more. Between here. That's a bit better. Bit better. Now I gotta roll it like a sausage roll again. And clean the other end. So Juanita, we're kind of like a loud ASMR channel. And appreciate the compliments there too. So how are we going to do this end? What do we do on the end here? So I got to roll that over down somehow. Just this way, I guess? Oh, this way. I think we're going this way. So I'm going to start there and just roll it over. Almost a cushion cut. To the other end. There we go. Yeah, kind of like a cushion cut. And I got really pointy ends, but whew, I got some evening up to do here. I think we're moving on. Let's move on before I screw it up. There we go. There we go. And the corner. And there. Just sort of going over where I've already been. I've got to take off some of the really sharp points because they won't set. They'll just break off or chip off. Pretty piece. Let's see how we did on the roly-poly. We need a little more roly-poly here, I think. Am I right? Oh, that's pretty good. That's right, Austin. If Freckle Cat wasn't up from her nap, I would show you my design that I'm going to do. We'll do it in secret. I guess I don't know if I can block my own moderator, can I? Yeah. I was just talking about it. I went to an estate sale. I'd already been to the estate sale, but I went by just to say hi. And they were asking me about when my silversmithing's coming. I got big fingers, but that's ready to go. So that's so far pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's do one little one, and then this one I shouldn't even have to reshape. I just backed it. This actually has the JB Weld Quick Cure. So 6 minutes to dry and 5 or 6 hours to cure. I'd still cure it overnight if I were you. I'll show you guys at the end. Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to put it up right now. Why not? Why not? Let it go the whole... Come on. Save. And done. So sorry for the quick ad. But yeah. So this one is actually the quick weld. You can get it from anywhere. Local hardware, Lowe's, Walmart. I'd love to know how that comes up on your end, guys. So this one again, I believe, is natural, which is why I backed it as well. So I want to give it a little bit of extra longevity to the life of the stone itself. Let's do that 45, but we're going to do the 45 on the next one. Here we go. These natural stones are much softer than most people are used to when they're cutting turquoise. Just as a sort of, not the really need to know fact, but at least 95% of turquoise is stabilized. Not altered, just stabilized. Now sometimes the stabilization process itself can maybe change the color of the turquoise itself, not in an enhanced way, but it can alter the shade of the blue or alter the shade of the green. Go around that edge. Oh, that's what we were going to do. Maybe I'll pull out an opal tomorrow. I'm almost at that year that I sort of consider my YouTube anniversary, and coming up this week. I'll try and see if I can find a real nice potential opal out of the goodies box for tomorrow. Right, so I just went around the whole edge. Trying to keep that girdle line the same all the way around. Still needs to come down over here. And yeah. Just touching it really lightly just to bring it back down. And there you go. Pretty much a straight line. Another way to do it is to put a Sharpie on a flat, like a fine Sharpie, the extra fine Sharpie. Hey, Tug. That's great news, Tug. Are you gonna? Is it already premiering, or are you gonna make it public later on this evening? You guys don't know Tug. He is the Dremel King of the United States. Predominantly opal, but he's been working on a few different materials as of late. and has had some IT issues the last couple of days, which we all go through. I think I deleted maybe the first or maybe the second video I ever did for that reason, and it was like 24 hours and it hadn't gone, and I deleted it when I should have just saved it from public to private. Get a little bit of a round on here. A bit of the wiggle waggle. So this is like rubbing your tummy and tapping your head, or rubbing your head and tapping your tummy. That was not a natural maneuver for me when I first started doing lapidary. Oh wow, that blue's coming out gorgeous. That blue over this side here, starting to come out really nice and dark. That's a pretty stone. Gonna have a few little tiny inclusions. Little wormhole down the bottom here. Let's see if we can get that out. It's not really a wormhole. That's funny, Ryan. I think it took me a little while too. I think that's how Lappy Dave got his nickname. Asking a little much of us all. Alright, that's good. I like it. I like it, I like it. Very happy with that. All right, get a quick picture of that one. Now I'm going to see if I can even, I don't know if we'll get anything out of this. This was just a super thin piece. Obviously it's backed, stabilized, because it's got a little hop-along rider right there. And oh, talking of that, let's try this. Probably not good to do over the water, but I keep forgetting about this too. So I don't know if you guys remember, but like a month ago now, I had 3 of these stuck together, soaked it in alcohol for one night, and the first piece came off. And now, I don't know if this piece is going to come off. Dang, it's still not coming off. I don't know what we're going to do with that. What do I do with that? It's a shame because it's a beautiful piece. I cannot get that off. That's been soaking for like a month. Come on. Nope. It's backing now. Yeah, this one is, but they shouldn't be stuck to each other. And the best part is actually this, the thin part that's underneath here. So I might have to lose it all. We might have to do that. I'm not doing that today though. We'll do that tomorrow. I'm just going to finish off this skinny piece over here for today. So if you want to see tomorrow, or if you want to be included in the subscribers rewards when we hit 3,500, hit the subscribe button. I go live on Tuesdays. No Tuesdays. I go live on Thursdays at 6. And Saturdays, no, not Saturdays either. Sundays at 2 o'clock. Got my whole schedule messed up. So yes, Sundays at 6. and Thursdays. No, I still did it wrong. I still did it wrong. Yeah, I got Thursdays at 6 and Sundays at 2. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get anything out of this. We get rid of the hitchhiker. That's not coming off either. Let's see what color the hitchhiker is. Pretty little blue. Sorry, it's gonna have to disappear. Now let's see what happens. Maybe I'll leave it there. Let's go around the whole edge. Yeah, I might do that too, Ryan. I just don't. Don't know if I'd be able to do it without messing up one or the other. So we're going to go around the edge, bring it all into the turquoise, and then we'll look at the shape. So this is a turquoise and not a varicite. Even though it's green. I think this is probably a sand piece. All right. Got a little bit of a cave right here, which is not going to be very friendly, I don't think. I got some of it out. That cave. Some of it came out. Alright, what do we do with the little guy? Can I walk around it? I don't know. So this isn't the top quality material, so we'll see what we can do. Let's see if I can sort of work between the wheels. I don't know why I'm trying this. Let's see. I guess this is good edge practice for when I'm trying to do the hearts. I don't know why I'm trying this. I guess it's fun. All right. I'm trying. Let's see. Hey, Kenwood. Kenwood, you're going to have to watch this back because I did do this one, and this one. Oh, this one. At your request. So actually, I'm going to end up putting a small video up. But we have 6-minute JB welds. We have the full hog 24 cure JB weld. And then you'd asked me about stones and how I glued them together. This one is the Gorilla 2-part epoxy. It works pretty well. I like my epoxy to go crispy. This is a little bit rubbery, which maybe is good, because then it, even though stones, you know, are hard, when they start to dry, they can move around. So maybe it's good that that epoxy has a little bit of give to it. But I'm going to put that up probably this week sometimes, but those are the 3 outcomes. And then you guys got to tell me. I'm going to keep going without even showing you guys this yet. I'm going to go straight over from 80 grit to 280 grit soft wheel. This is a soft wheel. We're trying to see if we can save a hitchhiker. Just because we can save a hitchhiker. So the hard part is for me to round the edges without messing up the hitchhiker. And then I gotta dome the hitchhiker a little bit somehow, I think. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Thank you. Yeah, the stones are pretty nice. I challenge anybody else to try this. All right. I'm going to see if I can roll a tiny little dome on the little stone. This is so silly. Alright, let's see what I can do. Are you guys ready? I think that's about it. You ready? What do you think? Not bad, right? Let me clean this up a little bit. Mind your eyes. Oh, that's in your face. Kind of cute. I'm going to leave it there for right now. Come on. There we go. But I pretty much got, you know, got a girdle going around. Got a very light dome going on the green ridge. It's actually a really nice turquoise color. It's not as green as I thought it was. A little bit of a dip, but that's because of the stone itself. Shape's pretty good. A little bit of a funky right there. Fix the funky. Actually, that's actually really cool. I mean, you leave it on there until it falls off, right? Right, Austin? I don't know. That's funny. Alright, let's have a peek. So for Pop-Up Live, we've done a couple of hours. I'm really glad you all came in. Thank you for all the new people that came in for today too, and the new subscribers. Juanita, welcome. Thank you for saying hi in the chat. We don't require everybody to say hi in the chat, but it's really nice when people do. We get to know people a little bit better. Go back and watch some of my other lives if you'd like. And if not, I am live Sundays at 2, Thursdays at 6 p.m. and that's Eastern Standard Time. And we'd love to have you all here again. Thank you to my regulars. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. And I really appreciate the chat today. Learned a lot from it. I hope you guys learned a few things too. And what fun that was with the... right? I forget. Well, I don't forget. I remember where I was when I first watched Hitchhiker's Guide. I was little. But Kenwood, thank you for giving me the idea of actually doing some of the backing material. So I'll have that up probably the end of next week. Yeah, I kind of snuck one in, Kenwood. I wanted to get those pieces done. I started that video a couple of days ago, but I also fixed the pump or maintained the pump. So I'm going to do a Genie maintenance pump video as well that I'll just leave up for the next 20 years. And maybe it'll help somebody along the way. But yeah, so busy. I got one more live tomorrow before the views change. So the views will be changing for everybody that puts up content, I think on the 24th. So it'll be interesting to see the analytics that come out of engagement views and regular views. I don't know if it's going to make any difference or not. But so yeah, we're on our way to 3,500, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. In the meantime, take care of each other. Most of all, take care of yourselves. Thank you all so much. Scott, North Star, thank you for the rubies up there. Cheers now. Forgot about that one. Pretty. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye now. Love you. Cool. Good timing. Thanks, Ryan.